guys, I got a 6v6 singles OG match here against Captain New Secret Forums, the Legend 207. At first he sends out Gengar, and I send out my Swampert, and really not expecting for him to have Energy Ball, as that's, I thought, pretty rare, but he does. So I luckily survive with 4 HP, which lets me get off Stealth Rock. And I get Leftovers Recovery, and he goes for the Sludge Bomb, which I thought was interesting. He gets a crit and kills me, and of course that didn't really matter. But so I send out my Skarmory, and he goes for Destiny Bond. I just whirlwind him away, and that brings in Umbreon. And I'm not sure what I want to do here. I'm not sure what he wants to do. I could Toxic him possibly. He goes for Wish, and I end up going for Whirlwind just to be safe. I didn't know if he'd want to set up or yawn me or do something. I just want to get him out of there. So that brings out Togekiss, which gets hit by Stealth Rocks, and it Thunder Waves me, which is not all that big of an idea. I get Toxic on it, so it's on a timer now, which is good. It does get the Wish, but that's alright. It wasn't hurting all that bad. I see the Nasty Plot, and I don't really like that, but I go for Spikes. So now I know I'm just going to try and whirlwind it away, since it's Nasty Plotting. He goes for Air Slash. Even after the Nasty Plot, it's not going to do all that much. I go straight for Whirlwind, and I don't flinch, luckily enough. And so that brings out his Heatran. And I think about this for a while of what I should do here. I could possibly switch out to my Heatran to take the Fire Blast or Flamethrower, but figuring that he would figure that, I would make a switch. I decided to try and stay in, and obviously that was not the best idea, so down goes Skarmory. And so I send out my Heatran, hoping that he is Scarfed, and looks like he might be. Either that or predicted the Earth Power, but so I went for Hidden Power Electric, figuring that he would switch, and it looks like it does around half. So that's pretty cool, and I am Scarfed, so I go for another one. He is able to survive and debonds me, so that's not cool. So I go ahead and switch out to my Scizor. He debonds again and again, and so I go for Swords Dance just to try and outlive him. I know he can only do this 8 times. He goes for the Shadow Ball after I Sword Danced, and I Sword Dance again. So now I'm at +4, and I go for a Bullet Punch, easily take him out, and he sends out his Heatran, who gets hit by Stealth Rock and Spikes. And at this point, at under half health, I'm thinking, +4 Bullet Punch might be able to kill him. Apparently not. Not even close, really. But so he explodes in my face, takes me out, and so now we both lose our Pokemon, and I go back to my Heatran. He goes to Glade, and I am figuring a fighting move here, so I go out to Gengar to take it, and it was close combat, which doesn't affect me, and he is probably figuring on a Shadow Ball, and so he switches to Togekiss. I saw it coming, or I saw some kind of switch coming, so I went for Trick. So now I have leftovers, and he's got a Choice Scarf. And he's still poisoned from before. I go for Hidden Power Fire. I get a crit. Doesn't matter too much, but he gets a crit as well, which does matter quite a bit because that takes me out in one hit. And Poison's going to do some damage on him, so I know he's only got about 1 turn left. I send in my new Drachi, which is pretty sweet. I haven't gotten a chance to use it all that well yet, but when I have, done pretty good. So I flinched there. I was going to go for a sub, but I flinched. And his Togekiss goes down, and out comes Glade. And it goes for close combat, which will do neutral damage, which is actually, I'm thinking, good because his defense gets dropped, and I can Body Slam, which I'm thinking will kill him, and it does. So it's looking pretty good so far. He sends out Metagross, and I know I'm not going to do much damage to him, but I'm hoping for the Parahacks. So I go ahead and go with Body Slam, and it doesn't hurt him at all. I do get the Parahacks, and he actually is paralyzed on the first turn, so I was kind of lucky there. And so now I go for Swagger, and so now he's confused, and so he's got about a 25% chance to attack me this turn, and he does. Earthquakes me, which will easily take me out. So down goes the Drachi. And it is life orbed, I noticed there. Not that it much matters. It hurts itself in its confusion, and I go for Earth Power. And that'll take it down. So now it comes down to my Heatran against his Umbreon. And this is just a really long PP stall. We go for quite a while. So I've sped the clip up quite a bit. And pretty much I get one crit in here that takes me down to actually 1 HP. I talked to him later, and that's what he had told me. But basically, he is going to try and curse up some to take me down. And he realizes that's not going to work. So he ends up just PP stalling me by using Wish and Protect after a little bit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. It was a really good game, a really close match, and at one point it came down to 1 HP that he had left, but he was able to stall me out. So anyway, thanks for watching.